Good afternoon, everybody. From Captain Dick Smithfield, we welcome you today to the ODAC opening series between the number 5 seed, Bridgewater College, and the number 4 seed, Washington and Lee University. This is the third time these teams will meet this season. The first two resulted in Washington and Lee victories, but today is really what matters. It's postseason play. It's a best-of-3 series. We have a doubleheader today on a chilly day in Lexington. Sub-50 degrees at first pitch, approaching 1 o'clock. With the Generals in the field to begin this one, the home team for Game 1, they will be the road team in Game 2. We'll take a look at the fielding from left to right in the outfield. Zach Perkins in left, Mitchell Salvino in center, and John Raymond getting the start today in right field. He's had some great success against Bridgewater, 3 RBIs in the home matchup between these two teams this year. And then across the diamond from left to right, Chapin Bassey sliding over to third today. Zach Senders taking the helm at shortstop, Jacob Jackson on the other side of him at second base, and then the senior captain, Brian Wickman, at first. The battery today is first-year pitcher John Benner, making his 11th appearance of the season, and then Campbell Charnecko, the standout first-year catcher behind the plate. And we'll start things off with Jared Biesecker for the Eagles. We're almost underway here from Captain Dick Smithfield. It's the ODAC opening series in Lexington. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Jack Hunter on the Washington and Lee Sports Network. The first pitch is a strike, and we're underway. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Thomas Haller, a 17-strikeout, 122-pitch complete game, earns the Generals a big conference win over the Guilford Quakers. History here today at Captain Dick Smithfield for the sophomore Thomas Haller. And then the winners of those best-of-3 series, the 4 of them, will go down to High Point, North Carolina. As Senders cracks one deep to left field, turning, looking, goodbye. Touch 'em all, Zach Senders. The Generals' home run party continues. It's 6-1. Shipton Perkins to play up the middle a little bit with the shortstop, and as he hits one through the hole, a base hit. Wickman scores. Senders right behind him. And a 2 RBI single from Zach Perkins ties this game up at 4. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A nice first inning for John Benner. 2 strikeouts. And after the top of the first, Bridgewater 0 and the Generals coming up on the Washington and Lee Sports Network. One rightfully so, but it's a catch that the right fielder, Clever, probably should have made. And he skies one deep to left field, going back to the wall. It's out of here! Brian Wickman with a 2-run blast, and the Generals retake the lead in the bottom of the 5th. There's not much that Brett Tharp cannot do. On the football gridiron, he's Bridgewater's leading tackler and one of the best linebackers in the conference. He's an extra base hitting machine in the lineup, and now trying to save this one. They're asking 4 outs out of him after he recorded 4 outs in Game 1. Second in the conference with 10 saves. The Generals will be coming up in the bottom of the first with Mitchell Salvino, Chapin Bassey, and Campbell Charnecko due up. And for the Wasps, it is junior Jack Singleton, wearing number 24, the righty, getting his 8th start of the season. He last pitched on April 23rd, which is a week ago from today, last Saturday, versus Hampton-Sydney. He picked up the loss. Didn't pitch too bad, though. 3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 0 walks, 1 strikeout. And to begin the bottom of the first, over the top delivery, Salvino, a little tardy on the fastball, fouls it away. Mitchell had a fantastic game in Game 1, went 1 for 2, walked, got hit, and he sends one high in, deep to left. Going back to the wall, adios! Mitchell Salvino hits his 2nd home run of the afternoon, his first one here in Game 2. Starts it off with a bang. It is 1-0, Washington and Lee. Light tower power from Mitchell Salvino. And it's 1-0 for the home team. Salvino's 5th home run of the year, RBI number 28. And he tattooed that baseball, and now Chapin Bassey to the plate. That one misses in. A lot of power in the leadoff spot as Bassey rolls one to third. Foley gets a nice Sunday hop, flings it across the diamond for the first out. So Bassey's retired. Singleton gets his first out after a loud swing on the first batter for the Generals. And now the first-year phenom Campbell Charneco will handle the catching duties in game 2, and he'll hit in the 3 spot. And he wastes no time and cracks one down the left field line. That is a fair ball into the corner. Lewis crashes into the wall before getting it in, but Charneco coasts into second with a 1-out double. Charneco continues to rake. That's his 8th double of the year, his 26th hit, coming into today with a slugging percentage of .612. And now he'll sit in scoring position for the first baseman, Drew Larson, who's getting his first action of the afternoon. One run on 2 hits here for the Generals in the bottom of the first. One of those hits was a loud one. Salvino, his 2nd home run of the afternoon, his first one here in game 2. That one catches the outside corner. Singleton up quickly on Larson. 0 balls and 2 strikes. The Wasps had 1 hit, stranded 1 man in the top of the first. This Larson able to stay alive. Larson is starting his 18th game today. Mostly a designated hitter, but he's getting the start at first today. Brian Wickman has played in 31 out of the Generals' 33 games. So not a lot of guys not named Brian Wickman getting action at first, but game 2 of this doubleheader, Larson getting to play in the field, and Julian Dominic will be the designated hitter as Larson fouls that one away, out of play. Zuleta on deck, and then Senders in the hole, the shortstop and the third baseman. The 0-2 again is hitting the hole. A nice sliding stop by Anderson. A good throw to first. A nice scoop by the first baseman Sawyers, and that's the 2nd out. It's not the first time this afternoon we've seen that left side of the infield flash the leather.
The shortstop, number 7, Ethan Zuleta.
I'll say it again, for all of Emory and Henry's shortcomings this season, they have been a really solid defensive team. And we've seen that through the first game, and then early on here, a nice play by the shortstop, Colby Anderson. Zuleta pokes one down the right field line. That is going to land foul. Zuleta hit 6th in the order, right behind Jaden Keener in game 1, and went 1 for 4 with the strikeout. Singleton peeking back at the runner Charneco on second. Now quickly back to the mound. Zuleta smacks one into center field, a base hit. Charneco will score easily as Jennings having a tough time fielding it out there in center. Ethan Zuleta picks up RBI number 21, and the Generals have a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first. So 3 hits here in the bottom half of the first frame.
Number 14, Zach Senders.
And now Zach Senders will look to keep the train moving with 2 outs. So Charneco doubles down the left field line, scores from second on Ethan Zuletta's RBI single. Zach Senders getting his first at-bat of the day. Like I mentioned, getting more and more playing time now after Luke Erdman went down for the season. Zuletta almost gets picked off at first. He's kind of caught sleeping over there, taking his lead. Singleton paying a lot of attention to the runners on base early in this contest. And he, on cue, throws over again. Senders, a sophomore, went 0 for 2 versus Bridgewater. And he smokes that one in the left center field gap. Lewis heading over. He's going to cover a lot of ground and make a nice catch for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Generals tack on 2 runs, including a leadoff homer from junior Mitchell Salvino. We head to the 2nd inning with the Generals on top, 2-0.